Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Live in the Rise. We're chanting. We are live in the Rise. Let me get this going. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Live in the Rise. We are here again. It is almost at the top of the hour, almost at the top of the 6 a.m. hour. Yeah. So we are here live again. In the Rise. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. Rise up. It's time to rise. Blessed rise, everyone. Welcome to Live in the Rise. We are here again with another video. We are here with another video. Yay! Thank you for joining. We are live in the Rise with another video. It's me, your host, your hostess with the mostess. Greetings and welcome to Live in the Rise. We are here again. Oh my goodness. I tried to wrap my hair. I tried to do something with this, but it's just, I don't know what's happening to it. My hair is thinning away, so I am taking biotin. Yeah, I'm taking supplements to get my hair back into fruition. So that's what's happening to me. However, thanks for joining Live in the Rise. Those of you who are here, it is a beautiful day outside. It looks like it may get some rain that's coming in going up the eastern shore. So thank you, Grey Wolf. Thanks so much. Thank you. That is a compliment. Thank you so much. And thanks for liking this video. Thanks for subscribing. Please do subscribe to this channel because I am the Bachelorette. I am the new Bachelorette. I've elected myself as the new Bachelorette. So, yes. David, really? Really, David? Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. You're a bachelor? Okay, you can apply. You can apply, but you have to be able to come to the Caribbean because it's going to be in the Caribbean. The Caribbean's first black bachelorette. So this summer, please tune in to the Virgin Islands' first bachelorette show. It's coming to you from the beautiful island of the Virgin Islands on the island of St. John, where yours truly, me, will be your first Caribbean bachelorette. And I am, this is going to be exciting because, yeah, thank you. I received that, Grey Wolf. I received that. It's going to be interesting because the individuals that are going to be part of this have to be able to come to the Caribbean. You have to be able to come there. So that means that you have to go into your pocket and invest in wanting to be my person. Someone said, you're going to find your person. You're going to find your person. And I'm like, yeah, I thought I had my person, but they gone. They gone with somebody else. So I got to find my person, right? So I am taking matters into my own hands. And these matters that I'm taking into my own hands is my life. And in that life, I seek for a life partner that's going to be going through this life with me, through the ups and the downs. And I don't want to be with someone and then they go meet someone else because I'm on a trip. I'm traveling. So I'm looking for mature individuals that are emotionally intelligent, that can come to the Virgin Islands this summer 2025 and be on my bachelorette show. So we're going to go to the beach, we're going to go to dinners, we're going to go to lunch, we're going to go different places on the island. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. This island is the best place to find love. It's called Love City. Okay, what better place to find love than in the place that's called Love City? Okay, Love City. So I made a point and I mentioned that it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. Okay, it matters what's on the inside. So it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It doesn't matter your skin color. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your status. You could be a prince of a country, okay? You can be a prince of a country and want to come and be part of this. So stay tuned to this channel. Thank you for liking this video and get to be a part of the first ever bachelorette in the Caribbean. Okay? Off to work. Have a blessed day, Grey Wolf. Have a blessed day. And remember to stand in love. Don't fall in it. Now, I have to fix. Let me see if I have to fix this. Let's fix this way. Okay, here we go. So that is, I wanted to take care of those housekeeping notes before I get started with the Live in the Rise. So we have a lot to unpack. Today's psalm, I don't even know what the theme is today, what the psalm is today, what is happening. I don't even know what the daily word is. So we're just getting up, okay? We are live in the rise and we're just getting up. I'm just waking up from my rest. And today is the 6th of May. Oh, excuse me. The 6th of May. And today is the day after Cinco de Mayo. Okay? The day after Cinco de Mayo. So, May 6th, we have divine order. Divine order. So, divine order Okay, divine order, let me tell you, is our words today. Divine order. So our word today is divine order. Let's see what the psalm is, shall we? Let's see what the psalm is. Thanks for joining Live in the Rise. Thanks for liking the video. Subscribe to this channel so you can get to see my bachelorette show that's coming up this summer. Okay? This summer 2025, I am the new bachelorette for my island home of St. John in the Virgin Islands. I am the new bachelorette. So the person that I wanted to be with met someone else. They're gone, they met someone else. So I have to take this into my own hands now, and I have to find my person. So this is an attempt to do that. So those of you who know me or who have been on this channel, you know that I'm very transparent and I'm honest. And I am very brutally honest. So in that brutal honesty, I have to have my disclaimer that there is in no way putting anybody down or anything like that. This is about empowering myself as a woman to find my person. Okay? So that's what this is about. And change is good. Change is good. Look, J Dove. J Dove, grand rise to you, my friend. Look at you. How are you doing today? Thank you. Look, that's such a compliment when you call me sexy, when you call me beautiful. That's a compliment because sometimes I don't feel that way. Sometimes I don't. So when you say that, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Thank you so much. I receive it in full abundance. In full abundance, I receive it. So, what is our psalm today? Our word today is divine order, putting things in order, right? That's our word today. But for today, May 6th, our psalm today is 90. 90. Our psalm today is 90. And this is I love this because this is a word of Moses. Why you damn, Jay? No, 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 no. Bless. Put that in the comment. Bless. 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 No damn. My dress is wrapping up every curve. Boy, I gotta put something else on. Compliment. Okay, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Early in the rise, you're giving out all this love. I love it too. Thank you so much. I am the first Caribbean bachelorette. I've started my own bachelorette show coming to you on YouTube this summer 2025. Okay? If you want to be part of my bachelorette show, you got to come to the Virgin Islands. Yes, I am advertising for the Virgin Islands. This is a promotional thing for the Virgin Islands. It's a beautiful place. So we're getting advertisers to advertise on my channel so that they can show how beautiful it is. You're right up the road from me, J Dove. You're in the NJ? Well, yeah, I'm a couple down into, you're in the army? Okay, be careful. Thank you for your service. Hi, Nicholas. So our psalm today is from book 4 of the Psalms. You know, the Psalms have 5 books. So this is book 4, from such time ago to such time ago. Okay, this is a man of righteousness, Moses. And we're a little bit after the top of the hour here on the Eastern Shore. And thank you for your likes. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. And thank you for being part of this Live in the Rise. You know you're a riser. When you on here with me in the Rise, you're a riser. So thanks for being a riser. You rise up to the challenge. You rise up to righteousness. You rise up to truth. You rise up to love. You rise up to kindness and forgiveness. Okay? You rise up to that. I'm single too. That's why I'm doing the Bachelorette. I am the new Bachelorette. Okay? Yeah, my hands are in a lot of different projects, and this project is a personal project for myself. So I am the new Bachelorette. And if you want to be part of this, you got to agree to be on camera. You're going to be on my YouTube channel. You got to agree to be filmed at the dates and all that. You got to agree to this. And I'm not giving out roses. I'm giving out a hibiscus. Dr. Mummy, what you doing? No, it's not about the flesh. We are not about the flesh. We're about what's inside. Because what's outside is going to not survive, right? So we have to be about what's inside. Feel better intrinsically, not extrinsic rewards. Okay? So let's get it jamming. Let's get it jamming. This is Psalm 90. And Psalm 90 is about 16 verses. So we're going to get it jamming. We're going to get it jamming. Okay? Thanks for liking the video. Thank you for tuning in to Live in the Rise. We are live in the Rise again. And I am so thankful that YouTube, shout out to YouTube. It's a woman CEO of YouTube now. Let me get this light up. Yeah, now I'm kind of brighter. I like a jamming. We gonna jam some of this Psalms. Psalm 90. We gonna chant the Psalm. Okay? So let's see. What am I happening here? Okay. That's my camera. So let's I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is righteous, what is kind, good, loving, and most importantly, forgiving and honest and integrity, right? All of that. So I am thankful that we can be in a space where we can lift each other up. Lift each other up. So in the Psalm today, this is a prayer of Moses. It's a communication to righteousness from Moses. And Moses speaks that righteousness has been a place to dwell in all generations. So staying within the goodness and the righteousness and mercy and love, it's from such time ago, from such generations. This is not a new thing. So before the mountains were brought forth or ever formed the earth and the world, from such time ago, righteousness is real. It's real. So in verse 3, righteousness is going to return all of I and I to dust. We come from the earth, we're going to return to it. Somehow, some way. Either in a dust, in a mist, when you throw ashes into the ocean, whatever. You're going to return to that. And 1,000 years in your sight is just yesterday when it's past, or as a watch in the night. Okay? So, you may be swept away as a flood. You may be swept away as a dream, as grass that is renewed in the rise. In the rise, flourishing and renewing. In the evening, you fade and wither, right? But in the rise, we are renewed and we flourish. That's why I do live in the rise. Because we are starting a new day. It's a new day, right? And in that new day, we have a new opportunity. That new opportunity comes to us when we open our nose and breathe. Inhale, exhale, right? So, all of I and I are brought to an end through the anger of righteousness, okay? And through the wrath of righteousness, I and I are dismayed. Righteousness has set our wrongness in front of our face, okay? Righteousness is going to show you yourself. It's going to set the wrongness right in your face. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I did that? Oh my goodness, no. You're going to see it. Because righteousness knows our secret sins in the light of the presence of righteousness. So don't think you're doing something in secret and nobody going to know. Guess who knows? Yeah, that one knows all. So that's where I have to sit next to. That's where I have to stay. So all of I and I days pass away under this wrath of righteousness. And our years are like to an end with a sigh, like the years of our life are 70, or even through reason of strength 80. Okay, we may got 70 years. I'm 55. So I got like, I don't know. According to this Psalm, 70. I'm 55, so I got like 20 something years left. I can't waste it. And by reason of strength, 80 years old. Okay? I met someone and their mom is having a birthday next weekend, and their mom is going to be 89. Almost 90. So that is powerful in terms of verse number 10, right? So the years of your life may be 70, maybe 80. And guess what? This life is filled with toil and trouble, and it's soon gone, and we fly away and we're gone. Okay? Blessed greetings. David Beckwith is in the house. Jay, 42, you're just a baby, my boy. You're just a baby. I'm 55. 5'5". 5'5", okay? And at 55, I am the new bachelorette. I'm not the golden bachelorette. I am the bachelorette. Okay? So, who is going to consider the power of the anger of righteousness and the wrath according to the fair? Okay? So in verse 12, teach I and I to number I and I days, that I and I may get a heart of wise mind. Return righteousness. How long? How long are you going to do wrong? Okay? How long? Have pity on I and I servants. Okay? Satisfy I and I in the rise with steadfast love. So you are in the rise. You are going to be satisfied with steadfast love. Okay? And that's why I do live in the rise. Because this is the opportunity to capture it in the rise, to get it. Get that righteousness while it's awake in you in the rise. So you're going to be satisfied. Okay? You're going to be satisfied And that gladness, you're going to rejoice and be glad all the days of your life, right? You're going to be made glad for as many days as you have been sad, okay? And as for many years as you have seen wrongness, you're going to be glad, okay? So let your work be shown and the glorious power of righteousness to the children. Okay? Let the favor of righteousness be upon I and I. All of you out there. Okay? Righteousness to be upon you and establish you in righteousness. The works of your hands, that the meditation of your mind and your heart is acceptable to what is righteous, what is good and kind and loving. So, J Dub, you in that what? Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service, honestly. And thank you for paying your own bills where nobody else has to help you with them. Thank you for that. That is a very powerful thing to speak of in the comments. That is Psalm 90. The favor of righteousness is going to be upon you. Selah and Selah again. Receive it in the fullness. Okay? Receive it in the fullness. So, let's get to the word of the day, because the word of the day,
it's the word of
listen,
the day.
thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing.
Word of the day.
It's the word of the day.
It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day.
So the word of the day today is divine order and is brought to us by my favorite. Yes, he's a baby, my baby. He's my baby. As a matter of fact, my son and my daughter, when I do the Bachelorette, they are part of the interview. You got to be interviewed with them. Okay? They're not going to decide who I pick. They're not going to decide who I pick. I decide, but you have to interview with them. My son does have a job. Yep, he's got a job now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. He's got a job now. So I'm excited about that. He's still my baby. He's still my baby. Okay? He's not my home birth baby like my daughter. My daughter's my home birth baby, but he's still my baby. He's my hospital birth. Mm-hmm. So, you can't call a grown man a baby. You can call a grown man anything you want, honey. You can call a grown man anything you want. Because Jeremiah, okay, Jeremiah 29 verse 11, the word today is brought to us by Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For surely I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for your welfare and not for harm, to give you a future with hope. So Jeremiah is telling the people, get your life in order. Take care of your things in your life. Get them in order, okay? Because you have a future. What's the message being held? J-Dub, are you behaving? You sound like somebody I know, like an ex of mine. You just, I don't know. An ex is an ex for a reason. Remember that. So, divine order. I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is right, what is good, kind, and loving. Okay? So, I align my steps with divine order and know love. Okay? And know love. Look, of course you can't please everyone. You can't please everyone. What are you going to try? You're going to try and hurt yourself pleasing people? Just be kind. Be kind. That's it. So the word today, divine order, is about aligning your steps, aligning your steps, align your steps. Feeling out of step with divine order may leave you feeling scattered, okay? Unable to focus, and even unsure how to get started on an important project or goal, okay? This is what happens. So you may feel out of step with this divine order. Thank you for liking the video, and thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you. I'm looking for 1,000 subscribers. All right. Next month, well, no, we're in May. This month, I'm moving into Patreon, and you're gonna have to go there to see the Bachelor show, the Bachelorette show. Okay, you're gonna have to go there to see the Bachelorette show. So, you know, it's you have to have that divine order to in when you endeavor on a project or a goal. Okay, I have a project, I have lots of goals, I'm very ambitious, and because of that, I have to make sure things are in a divine order, or it's not gonna work. Okay, so the best way to begin any endeavor is to pause and affirm divine order. Okay? Order is one of the best righteous gifts, an eternal, changeless truth. Okay? I see righteousness's gift in the rhythms of nature. The rhythms of nature. Remember, I talked about the harmonic pattern. In tides, phases of the moon, and the transition of seasons. When the world operates this way, the world makes sense that my life does too. Okay? I'm from an island and we don't have change of seasons. So with this change of seasons that's happening, it's interesting because of the importance of change. In order to be better, you have to change. Okay? You have to change. You may be used to speaking good morning, good morning, good morning. And then somebody comes in your life and says, blessed rise. You may have to change the way you speak good morning and use a different words. People are stuck. They're stuck inside of their lives instead of bridging out and exploring the new. Okay? And that's fine if you speak good morning. That's fine if you do that. My point is, there's got to be change in order to be better. Okay? So, I need not pray for order. Like, I don't need to pray or commune with righteousness for order. I need only align myself with the order that already is. Okay? It's there. The order is there. I don't have to worry. I need only align myself with the order that is already there. I relax and quiet my mind. I affirm. Everybody ready? I affirm. My life is in perfect order. My life is in perfect order. I prayerfully discern my next steps and trust the bless of divine order. I love that. I love that. That is just beautiful. The words today, divine order. I love it. Let's look at the verse today.
Verse of the day. Verse. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. Verse of the day.
So the verse of the day today is brought to us by James chapter 5 verse 16. That's the verse of the day, coming from verse 16 out of the book of James, chapter 5. Chapter 5, book of James. And chapter 5, book of James speaks of, therefore, confess your wrong to each other. I have somebody that I know, and they hurt my children. Okay, they were abusive to my children. And they cannot admit that. They can't confess that they did wrong to my children. And to me. This was 10 years ago. So when you confess your wrongs to each other, right? When you confess what you did wrong to someone, you're going to be healed. Because the book of James speaks, therefore confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. Do you want to be healed from childhood trauma? Do you want to be healed from abusive relationships? Then confess what you did wrong. Don't talk about what that person did. Talk about what you did. What did you do? Talk about that. Confess. Okay? Confess and talk about it. So, the communication to righteousness of a righteous person is powerful and effective. I'm telling you. Don't mess with people that I love. Because when I go into communication to righteousness on their behalf, you better watch it. I have someone that I love dearly that's being abused. They're in an abusive relationship. Okay? And I love this person. I thought they were going to be my person. Anyway, that's another story. I am powerfully effective. So when you mess with someone that I love and they call and tell me some person did that, that person is going to have to answer to something higher. I don't have to do nothing to the person. I don't have to whip up a cauldron and stir up something for that person. No, I leave that person to righteousness. I'm not going to put my hand into wrongness to make something right. I'm going to take you. You want to be violent in your relationship to someone? You want to bust their lip? You want to call them names? You want to say F you, F you, F. You want to do all these things to a person you say you love. Guess what? I leave you at the foot of the cross of Jesus. And the blood that was shed will drip on you. I'm speaking directly to that person who hurt somebody that I love. That blood of Jesus is going to drip on you and it's going to steam because of the wickedness that you perpetuate against other people. There's women on women violence. Women abuse other women. Like a man abuses a woman. Yeah, we got women doing that, beating people up. You know, I had a woman call me, leave a vicious voicemail. Like, who does that? Only somebody that's wicked in their blood. So that's why the blood of Jesus gotta step into that person. It's gotta step into that person and clean out the wickedness. And then let's add on some hot fire, because fire gonna burn the wicked, right? Fire gonna burn out the wicked. So we gotta bring people up We got to lift them up. Even when they leave you vicious voicemail, you lift them up. You give thanks. So the verse of the day coming from James, man, let me tell you all. Psalm 90, talking about from such time ago to such time ago, and then James talking about confess your wrongness to each other, okay? And communicate to righteousness for each other so that you can be healed. How very enlightening is that when it comes to Psalm 90 and the theme today? We haven't even looked at a theme, but the theme today I'm looking at right now is about divine order. Getting your life in a divine order. Staying away from folks who ain't got nothing good for you. Right? And cherishing the ones who are there for you. Cherish people. Stop taking people for granted, because one day they're not going to be there and you're going to regret the things that you did or didn't do because you took people for granted. You took them for granted. So Psalm 90, the verse today, James 5:16. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for liking this video, and thank you for tuning in. Okay, thank you for tuning in. So Psalm 90, it's, this from Moses. And you know about Moses and the 10 Commandments. Those are guidelines for our lives. And I love them because it sets our life in order. Divine order is our theme today. So Moses is right on it. Moses in Psalm 90 is talking about looking at ourselves and teaching ourselves that we are fragile, like an egg. Okay? And we are blessed, highly favored, and wonderfully made. But sometimes we forget that. And we go off on our own understanding and get caught up in bullcrap. So the work of righteousness' hands is established. It's established. Return to that establishment. Return to doing good. So that Psalm today 90, the verse today coming from James, the word today, divine order. And then we have the verse today from James. We got the word coming from divine order. That's my life in perfect order. From Jeremiah 29:11. Jeremiah is like, look, righteousness has plans to prosper you. Righteousness has plans to give you a future. Righteousness has a plan not to harm you. People gonna harm you who wicked. They gonna bust you in the lip and bleed you out. That's what people gonna do. But righteousness that you call God, Lord Jesus, they're not gonna do you no harm. So why leave that for a demon? Why leave what you know in your heart, the love, for something else? And guess what? The grass isn't always greener on the other side. It's a turf. People find out later on that it's not always greener on the other side. When you try to leave one side to go to the next, it's not always greener. You're going to get, knocked about. Just be honest. Have integrity. Thank you. Who said that with integrity? Tina. Thank you, Tina. Integrity. Have integrity. Be honest with people. Right? Be honest. So, let's get to the daily communication to righteousness for women.
Daily communication. Daily communication. Daily communication to righteousness for women. For women.
So, Tina, you're a woman, unless Tina is a male name, but there's no gender, male, female, when it comes to righteousness. And it doesn't matter. Gender, it doesn't matter that. It doesn't limit you because you're a woman or because you're a man. It doesn't limit you. Righteousness is going to be existing. It's going to cover the earth as the water cover the sea. Righteousness is going to be. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for tuning in. And this is the daily communication to righteousness for women. We're on day 156. Hi, Tina. Bless you. This is for you. And anyone else out there who has a woman or has a mom alive or has an aunt or somebody that's a woman, this is for you. This is daily communication to righteousness for women. And it's for men too, because men they come from a woman. Men have a mom, right? And they may have a wife. So day 156, the daily communication to righteousness for women is brought to us by a Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. An earthquake just hit. Earthquake again. Earthquake again, y'all. I just got an alert. Earthquake again. Earthquake again. In the Caribbean, they're watching for development. So we have in the Caribbean, development is happening in the Caribbean. So this summer, let's see what's going to happen. I'm the new bachelorette for the Caribbean. Liam, you subscribe? Thank you. Liam, subscribe. Thank you, Liam, for subscribing. Tell me where y'all are watching from as we get the daily communication to righteousness for women going. So day 156. The rise, give I love and wise mind. Okay, or do you want love and wise mind? Receive it. J Dub, I don't know what's happening today. I don't know what's happening, J Dub. Call me, okay, and we'll figure this out. So, Proverbs 14, chapter 1. The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands. The foolish one tears hers down. I told someone this the other day. I said, I wanted a house. And they wanted to use their money to do other things. And I wanted to save money to buy a house. So Proverbs is onto something, because the wise woman builds her house with her own hands, saving her money, in putting it away for the down payment, putting things away. So that wise woman doesn't use her hands to put up a Christmas tree, using money to go and buy, just being foolish. A wise woman saves her money, builds her house with her own hands. And the foolish woman tears hers down by gambling, drinking, running in the streets, not paying your bills, all of this. This is what the foolish one does. Now, the daily communication to righteousness for women. Lord, my Savior, Prepare me to be that wise woman who walks in righteousness. May I grow strong enough to build my home through divine instruction. What's the words today? Divine order. So I can share the bless you have graciously given to I. Selah. And I said this. I said, a house in Texas, a house in Arkansas, a house in Maryland, a house in the Virgin Islands. My father's mansion has many rooms. Okay? So I'm asking to prepare me. Prepare I, all of you out there, to be that wise woman that Proverbs chapter 14 verse 1 talks about. The one that walks in righteousness, not wrongness, not going and stealing people's relationship, not a whole harlot. You don't want to be a woman like that who goes out there and intervenes into other people's relationships and destroys. You don't want to be a woman like that, leaving vicious voicemails to people. You don't want to be that. So this daily communication to righteousness for women is about preparing the woman to be wise. As Proverbs 14:1 says, the wise woman builds her house with her own hands. And I just talked about this yesterday. I was speaking to a realtor, and I just said that I want new construction. So I can go there and write scriptures in the walls. Write scriptures in the walls. So I want new construction. Okay, I want it new. So it's interesting that I'm reading this today because it's all about divine order. And that divine order has led me now to become a homeowner of many homes. So preparing I to be a wise woman in Proverbs 14:1 that walks in righteousness, that's where I want to walk. Walk with me. Walk with me in righteousness. That's all. Let's do it. Let's do it together as a team. Someone said to me they don't want to be on my team because I'm too hard. Because I want good. I want righteousness. I want to be in a divine order. I want to have a home where I can walk downstairs. You know what I mean? So this is an important part. And my home, I may have to be alone, but I have children. My 2 children, they will always have a room in my homes. And I said homes with an S. Okay? They will always have a rooms in my homes. So whoever gets with me, you got to get with my children too. Okay? It's a package deal. So, and they're great children. They're 28 years old, like J Dove knows. My 28-year-old son and my 25-year-old daughter. So both of them are part of me. And that is part of what the team is going to look like. Okay. So Selah and Selah again. This has been the daily communication to righteousness for women. And I love it. I love the daily communication to righteousness for women because being a wise woman is important. Being a wise woman is important. Now, let's wrap it up. You ready to wrap it all up? We're going to wrap it up with our Bible challenge. Our Bible challenge is coming from Nehemiah. So we're in the book of Nehemiah, chapter 3 to 4. And Nehemiah's dream of rebuilding the walls now becomes contagious. So I want to be contagious. Okay. Hi, Mark David. You're late today. We're about to be over. But thank you for joining. Greetings. Yes, I am the Black Mermaid. And as a matter of fact, guess what? The Black Mermaid is going to be the new bachelorette for the Caribbean. So I am the new bachelorette for the Caribbean. Okay? For the Caribbean. And 55555, we've been on here 55 minutes. So the book of Nehemiah is about the work that's initiated. Initiate the work. Do the work. The work is going to be interrupted. You may get interruptions, but you got to be rallying the workers, okay? Too many people pray like little children who knock on doors, then run away. Do you do that? Do you communicate with righteousness like a little child who knocks on a door and runs away? Like you knock on it and then you run? Don't communicate with righteousness and leave. Stay there. Stay in the righteousness. So Nehemiah is onto something. The builders of the wall, the opposition of the rebuilding. Now you're going to want to change your life. You're going to want to rebuild your life. People are going to oppose you. They're going to not want you to change, okay? Just like I use the word blessed rise. I don't want everybody following me and saying that, but there has to be some change in your words. Change your words. Change your destiny, okay? Stop mourning. Stop mourning. What are you mourning about? Because that's what you were told to speak of when you get up in the rise? Good morning. So everything you've been taught, you're going to just stay with that instead of listening to something new and changing to be better. So I don't want someone who is not willing to change their words, their language that they speak. I told someone, I said, don't talk to me until you purify your words in the fire 7 times. Then come talk to me, because I'm not mourning. I'm blessed and I'm going to rise. Okay? I'm grand and I'm going to rise. I'm not going to sin no more. Okay? We're going to rise. And in that risen, we have, guess what? A new mind. The revolution will not be televised. It's going to be in the mind. That's where it's going to be, in the mind. So you can love yourself. That's what you do. Well, when you love yourself, remember. Always remember, when you love yourself, change is better, not bitter. Change. Yeah. Yeah, boy. That needed an applause. Let me get my applause effect. My applause sound effect. That needed an applause. Thank you. Thank you. Have a blessed day, everybody. Remember to stand in love and don't fall in it, because it'll get dicey, messy, ugly, not good. So stand in love. Put the feelings aside and put yourself aside and put righteousness first. All right? Have a blessed day, everyone. Take good care. Have a blessed day, everybody. Happy Tuesday. See you later, Mark David. Bye, everybody. J-Dub, call me. Stop it. Behave. Take good care. See you next time. Right here, live in the rise. Right here. here every rise live. Bless up. Where's my hat? Take good care, everyone. See you next time. Hey, hey, hey. Stop the violence. Stop the violence.